struggle. The Prince Chancellor of right versus wrong has now good versus into the building. Light versus dark. Righteous man, we bring to you. Stand up to its most sincere. Stand up, competitive, combatant. Let's go.
Positive righteousness, you gotta run with it. Fringes and cords of blue, you gotta run with it. Yeah, you can't barter the spiritual Magna Charta. You gotta get off the bench, be a starter, get out and run with it. Scriptures and words of truth, you gotta run with it. Kingdom and eternal youth, you gotta run with it. Yeah, you can't barter the spiritual Magna Charta. You gotta get off the bench, be a starter, get out and run with it. See myself slaying, just what I'm saying today. So confused, I get this smoking beer and drinking some A. Then it came in my ear, man, go to Israel to stay for like one long month. Your homie did not anyway. So I went with the play like a good point guard since his coach. I didn't know that the host who we call behind the most had a plan for a son flying over some coast to get inspired with fire. So these devils would roast face to face with my maker. Shows I came close and former a Prince Chancellor, a doctor and shows. What do you say in the midst of an intellectual flow? Did I talk? No, I just closed. I was low, bowed down in the spirit, and I knelt to the flow. Then he told me to blow. A young son was like, whoa, with the brother handshake. He said, look at me, oh. He said, look at my arms, bang, look at my thighs. Son, look at my feet, son, look at my eyes. Bang, look at my hands, bang, feel my cries. Son, don't be surprised, I done suffered this pain for this kingdom to rise. In this kingdom, have fun with it. You gotta get up without no doubt. You got to get up, get out, you got to run with it. Positive righteousness, you gotta run with it. Fringes and cords of blue, you gotta run with it. Yeah, you can't barter the spiritual Magna Charta. You gotta get off the bench, be a starter, get out and run with it. Scriptures and words of truth, you gotta run with it. Kingdom and eternal youth, you gotta run with it. Yeah, you can't barter the spiritual Magna Charta. You gotta get off the bench, be a starter, get out and run with it.
Suited and booted, tape measured and fitted, but Satan stole Adam's spiritual suit and straight ran with it. Then he proclaimed, and each day after the next shall be worse than the first. Now he knows that the coming of the kingdom was prophesied to bring an end to his spiritual life on the top spot. That's why he said 7,000 roadblocks, so we can flip, flop, fall, and drop the ball like Adam did, y'all. The Creator promised us to win, but that promise depends on us holding up our end, brethren. So shall we set a saint to y'all's kingdom defend, or backslide into captivity again? I holler never, but y'all I'll do whatever. If I got a fighting 0-degree weather and my get a link without a sweater, I'ma do what I gotta do, and y'all shall pull me through without catching the flu. My face won't turn blue, and before I'm through, my hand shall be pressed against the necks of my enemies, like those true Judean Hebrews. Satan, we got you. Your kingdom is finished, and your influence on this earth has diminished. Our king will promise this victory. Let's not forfeit it. Let's answer the challenge and straight run with it.
Positive righteousness, you gotta run with it. Fringes and cords of blue, you gotta run with it. Yeah, you can't barter the spiritual Magna Charta. You gotta get off the bench, be a starter, get out and run with it. Scriptures and words of truth, you gotta run with it. Kingdom and eternal youth, you gotta run with it. Yeah, you can't barter the spiritual Magna Charta. You gotta get off the bench, be a starter, get out and run with it.
naturally to this one. And here's the thing. Job said it now, see, he saw it. What did he say about it? He said that they was so poor men. They're great and great. They wouldn't allow, our father wouldn't allow the dogs. The animals pray. When they came down, they was in. We're doing it in French language, right? And German. The teachers in that right. Wow. They could train them. Fathers wouldn't let them sit them as dogs in the flock. They couldn't keep their rule. They couldn't have ruled. Because now they're ruled on the no person. They couldn't have done. We just get it on the second verse. And I saw, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat on him had a bow. And the crown was given unto him. And he went